It's time for high school basketball game night. Now here's your play-by-play announcers for tonight's game.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to a night of basketball action on your local origination channel. Tonight, it's the Yellow Jackets of Ashford against the Tigers of Dothan High. So we got a 6A matchup and a 4A matchup, but both these schools have a big history of round ball action, and we're going to see it with the Lady Tigers and Lady Jackets tonight. Dothan controls, and they go on offense first. Trying to get it around this time to 23, feeds it to 33, banks it in for a two-point conversion there, and that is Jessica Williams with her first field goal of the night. All right, Yellow Jackets on offense, working it around, shooting, 44, makes a jumper, and it's good. That's McGriff, Daishu McGriff for two for the Lady Jackets. So the Lady Jackets and the Lady Tigers in action here, and we're tied and knotted up at 2 apiece in the early going, 7 minutes remaining in the first. Turnover under the basket, but when she came down on the line, Quita Ward was a turnover, so Dothan gets it back. I'm Bobby Price along with Mitt Kirkland. And Mitt, you know, a lot of history here with these two schools and their basketball action.
Yeah, Bobby, this should be an exciting game because both of these teams always field real good girls teams. So you can look for a really high-powered attack tonight by both of these teams.
Of course, the Lady Jackets, fresh off their win for the Lady WAC title just recently in Ozark. And we saw the Lady Tigers play against Rehoboth, and wow, they put it on the Lady Rebels not too long ago.
You're exactly right, and they are good at moving the ball. Dothan High is a very good passing team. That's something that we saw in the game against Rehoboth, and you can expect them to do the same tonight.
All right, number 10 makes a two-point basket, and followed up on the Ashford end by Daishu McGriff. She puts it in for two, so we're knotted back at 4 apiece, and around 6:15 left to go in the first period of play. Lady Tigers working it around the horn, trying to go something inside. 23 drives in to wide open number 24 into the basket, and that is Sherelle Stanley in for two.
So both teams continue to attack the basket. They're both taking their game inside, Bobby. They're not taking any outside shots so far tonight, and they're just attacking the basket. Bethany
Hornsby hit with a traveling violation, so turnover. Lady Tigers get it back. Dothan with a 2-point lead, 6-4, still early goings of the first period of play. Dothan looking to try something inside, 3-point shot, in and out, rebounded. Well, there's action for it, and McGriff comes up with it. Fast break by number 10 to the basket, turns around, shoots, jumper, falls in for Christina Rogers for two. So we're back knotted at 6 apiece. Dothan a little deliberate to try to slow things down just a bit here. Trying the rotation, number 10 goes inside to 24, Stanley. And Stanley could not handle it, rolled out of bounds, so Ashford gets it back. Okay, full court press from the Lady Tigers. Comes into Rogers, and a steal by 23 for Dothan. That's Martin. And she can't do anything with it, turns it over under the basket. So Ashford gets it back. Dothan comes up with another steal to number 10. Looks to go to the basket, but nothing doing. To 13, McGriff shoots, and back over to number 10. 23 drives the basket and is going to be fouled. She'll come to the line to shoot a pair. That will be Jerica McGriff. And the foul goes against McGriff. That's the first foul of the contest. So Martin takes her first shot. It's up and in. 7-6. It's a 1-point Lady Tiger lead. And the second one is up and in. Back to a 2-point lead. 8-6. 4:25 first. Another turnover by the Jackets.
The Jackets have made 3 turnovers here, Bobby, and Dothan's done a really good job on defense, pressuring them and forcing the turnovers. So the Lady Jackets is going to have to slow things down and try to control the ball better.
All right, Dothan back on the attack. Gets knocked away by 14 Hornsby, but Dothan recovers. And a steal, and Dothan still comes up with it. Steal again. Ashford with it again. 23's got the ball. That is Quita Ward. And she sends it into 14, who pivots, feeds it back off to Ward again. Rogers. So Ashford will set it up at the top of the key. Three-pointer that time from number 10. So it's a 9-8 Ashford lead at this point. As Katrina Rogers puts in a 3 for the Lady Jackets. So Dothan commits a costly turnover. Coming into the game is Charmaine Ward as Jerica McGriff takes a seat. And a whistle. Foul is going to be on 24, Sherelle Stanley. Number 10 is at the free throw line to shoot a pair. Number 10 is Christina Rogers with 5 points, misses the first. Second one is up, in and out. Dothan gets the rebound. Knocked away by Ashford's number 20, Joanna Marshall. Lady Tigers with it, dribble, shoot from number 10 is in for 2. That gives her 4 points on the night. Back to a 1-point Dothan lead, 10-9. Dothan comes up with a steal, fast break to the basket, 23, shoots it, drops it for 2. That's Martin.
And Bobby, we talked earlier about the pressure that the Dothan defense is putting on the Ashford Lady Yellow Jackets, and it's really making a difference in this game.
Yes, it is, and Coach Fleming barking out some Okay, we're back in the action here as Ashford drives all the way down to the basket and does not do anything with it. And we're going to have a traveling call against Dothan. Martin, who was hemmed up there, and she couldn't do anything with it. So number 10 for the Lady Tigers is Brittany Watkins. Ashford with a pull-up jumper, misses. Rogers comes up with a rebound but can't do anything with it when she shoots again. Dothan comes up with it. Watkins with the ball. This time to 23 from the top. It's up, and it's going to fall away no good. And the Lady Jackets going to control.
So far, the Lady Tigers have been unsuccessful shooting outside. They've been very successful taking the ball into the paint and making a basket.
All right, the full court press from Dothan. Ashford gets it in. Cross midcourt. Ashford working toward the basket with Rogers. 44, McGriff takes a shot, misses. And Dothan's Watkins comes down with it quickly all the way down to the other end. Inside to number 24, takes a jump shot, misses. And they're going to have a push off from Deshoe McGriff, I believe. That'll be her second foul. That's the second team foul committed in the half. We have 1:34 remaining in the first period. Dothan on the inbound, turns it over. So Ashford with the ball as number 10, Rogers, sends it to Marshall. Marshall is going to be fouled by number 23, Martin. And she picks up her first. So that's both teams with 2 fouls each as number 25, Ebony Cook, comes in, as McGriff will get a breather, picking up her second foul in the first. Tossed into Rogers. Over to Ward. So Rogers and Ward work here.
It's going to be an offensive foul called on that play. So the Yellow Jackets turn it back over to the Lady Tigers.
That's going to be called on Cook. That'll be her first. That's the third team foul. So Dothan gets it on the turnover. Dothan trying to work around, looking for something inside. It's just not there. This side, the 24 off the backboard misses. And 14, Hornsby comes up with it and alertly pulls up. And turns it over with a 5-second violation. Brittany just could not get any help from any of her teammates on that play and got charged with the violation. So it's now Dothan ball. 30 seconds left in the first. It's a 12-9 Dothan lead. 24 back to Watkins. To Stanley again, and she walks.
Bobby, we've had a lot of turnovers on both ends of the court. Both teams have committed quite a few turnovers, and it creates scoring opportunities for the opposing team.
Almost a backcourt violation. And Dothan trying to add to their lead here with just 4 seconds left. And they're unable to get a shot off, so that brings us to the end of the first period. It's going to be a 12-9 lead. It's Dothan over Ashford. Back to second period action.
And they call a 5-second violation. They didn't get the ball inbounds in a lot of amount of time, so Ashford comes out and turned the ball over in that first possession of the second period.
So Dothan back on the attack. Just underway, second period. Inside to Stanley to number 33, and that's a basket for Jessica Williams. 4 points unofficially for her tonight. It's a 5-point Dothan lead. 25 to the basket. Travels. That was Cook.
So, Bobby, Ashford has come out here in the second period. In that first 2 possessions, they've turned the ball over. Dothan scored points off their last turnover. We'll see if they can take advantage of the turnover just made by the Ashford Lady Yellow Jackets.
Inside to 24 to the basket. Nice pivot from Sherelle Stanley for another 2.
And Bobby, that's what we talked about. The Ashford Lady Jackets are going to have to settle things down. They've got to settle down and control the ball better because Dothan just scored 4 points off turnovers to take a 16-9 lead here early in the second.
Well, with a full court press that Dothan's putting on them right now, it's kind of tough, and Ashford just has not figured out a way to overcome it at this point. A nice jumper from number 14, Hornsby, for 2.
And I tell you what, that's the way they figure it out. Hit him for a 3.
Watkins drives the baseline, and she's going to be fouled by, I believe, number 23. We'll wait for the official call. Yep, 23. Quita Ward picks up her first. That'll be the 4th team foul as Dothan tosses in. Williams in the corner, back out to Watkins, back to 23 in the corner, which is Martin. A long 3-point shot by number 10, Watkins, is going to fall away, and it goes out of bounds, so the Jackets get the ball back.
The Jackets have done a much better job shooting from the outside than the Lady Tigers. They've hit a couple of big 3-pointers from outside, and Dothan has been unsuccessful shooting from around the perimeter.
And another turnover by Ashford on the toss in, so Dothan picks up another. Inside to Watkins, over to Martin. Martin to Watkins. Watkins looks to number 12, Ward. And she overthrows to the middle to Cook. And Cook double dribbles, turns it over again.
Bobby, unofficially, that's probably about 5 or 6 turnovers in this period for the Lady Yellow Jackets. They really got to settle down and not try to rush things.
All right, Dothan trying to work it. Long pass across to Watkins, number 10. This time to Martin. Martin back to Watkins. Looks inside, shoots. It's no good. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Martin picks up her second for Dothan. As we have a couple of subs in. Number 23, Martin comes out, and number 11 comes in for Dothan, along with number 22, Luana Talley. And Ashford throws it away as 23, Ward, tries to hit Bethany Hornsby. And the toss is wide, goes out of bounds. Tossed away off of Hornsby, so Dothan will keep it. .533 left in the half. It's a 5-point Dothan lead, 16-11. Watkins trying to go across to number 12, Ward, but no good, as another turnover for Dothan. Bethany Hornsby shoots, and she's going to be fouled by number 12, a 2-shot foul, as Bethany Hornsby comes to the line. Charmaine Ward picks up her first foul. This is Bethany Hornsby. First shot is up, no good. With 2 points on the night, coming back in is Jerica McGriff as Charmaine Ward takes a breather. Second shot is off as well for Hornsby. So you get a reach in. This will probably go against number 20. Nope, number 25, Ebony Cook. That'll be her second, unofficially. Still a 5-point Dothan lead, 16-11, 5:06 remaining here in the half. Into 24, Stanley shoots, misses. 22 comes up with a rebound. Talley, she feeds it to number 13, takes a jumper that's no good from Jerica McGriff. And it's Ashford on the fast break. And she's going to be fouled.
Bobby, the Lady Tigers are still struggling with their outside shooting. They have been unsuccessful all night, and we're here midway through the second, and I don't believe they've had a outside basket yet.
Okay, number 11 draws the foul, and a nice putback from Christina Rogers for 2 points. That gives her 7 unofficially on the night. Dothan leads by 3, 16-13. Jerica McGriff over to Brittany Watkins to number 11. We'll have to pick up that name for you. A toss from number 13, Jerica McGriff, gets a little carried away, and it goes all the way across the court out of bounds. So Charmaine Ward comes back in along with 23, Tequila Martin, and number 33, Jessica Williams. This comes into Hornsby. Picked up by Dothan Charmaine Ward, and she moves it around. Driving to the basket is number 10. This time it goes into number 33, which is Jessica Williams for another 2.
And, Bobby, that was a good example of how to play. Charmaine Ward did a really good job that time of bringing the ball down. Instead of trying to take it in and score the basket, she pulled it back out, set it up. They got a good shot and the basket.
Out of the jump ball, Dothan retains possession. Comes out to Watkins. To Martin, back to Watkins. Inside to McGriff, Jessica Williams was not good. And she comes back with the putback, and that gives 8 points unofficially for Jessica Williams. Cook toward the basket, pulls up, shoots, it's long. Rebounded by Hornsby for Ashford. Knocked away, Dothan gets it. And Ashford comes up with the long pass. Number 20 puts it up, no good. 24 for Dothan comes up with the rebound. And number 25, Ebony Cook, really hit the floor hard. And she is face down on the court. And she is not moving. Now she's beginning to move just a little bit. And she really hit the hardwood pretty hard.
Yeah, she took a pretty hard fall that time, Bobby, but I think she's going to be up. She got up under her own power. She probably got the wind knocked out of her when she hit the floor, so it's good that she's able to walk off the floor under her own power.
Tashu McGriff comes back in as Ebony Cook will get a little bit of a breather here. So Dothan takes the toss in, leading by 7. 20-13. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the first half of play. Watkins to Martin. To Ward. Back out to Martin again. Nothing outside, so Dothan trying to work some kind of an in-shot, three-point shot from number 10, Brittany Watkins. That's her 7th point unofficially here in the first half.
And Bobby, that's the very first outside shot the Tigers have been able to make in this game.
Turnover on the basket, Dothan on the fast break. And a foul is going to be charged on number 10, I believe. That goes against Rogers. That'll be her first. So at the line will be Tequila Martin, 0 for 2 from the free throw line with 1 basket tonight. Make it 1 for 3, 5 points. It's a 9-point Dothan lead. Back into the game is Jerica McGriff. Second one is in and out. Knocked away, so Martin is now 1 for 4 with 3 points on the night.
Dothan still in that full court press as they've been the entire first half.
Comes into Christina Rogers, coast to coast, knocked away. This time it's Watkins with a fast break to number 13. And McGriff puts it in for 2. She muscled that one in. Great hustle by the Lady Tigers on that play.
It looked like it was going to be an open layup, Bobby, and they hustled back down court, and the shot was blocked, and they knocked it out of bounds.
Showed some great speed from the Lady Tigers to recover on that one. Brooks to Rogers. And this one's going to come in to Deshu McGriff, and she's going to be fouled. So McGriff picks up her first foul. It's team foul number 7 against Dothan, so they are in the bonus next go-around. At the line is number 44, Deshu McGriff, with 4 points, 2 fouls. Misses her first free throw opportunity. Here comes the second. It's up, and it's also long, and it falls away no good. So with 1:21, it's a 13-point Tiger lead. As Ashford tries to bring it in bounds, coast to coast is number 10, Christina Rogers for 2.
That was a really good coast-to-coast play that time for the layup by the Lady Yellow Jackets.
So they come back on a fast break again, and off the foot of Kara Brooks. So another turnover by Ashford.
And Bobby, that's been what's really hurt them is the turnovers. They really turned the ball over absolutely too many times here in the first half.
So we're under a minute at the 45-second mark. And Ashford gets a turnover. 2-on-2 to the basket, and 1 footstep too many.
They did a good job of forcing the turnover, Bobby, but they weren't able to execute the ball once they got it on offense, and they turned it right back over to the Lady Tigers.
All right, 30 seconds remaining. Dothan gets it across, and Watkins throws that one away.
So the Lady Tigers have turned it over 2 straight times. So the Lady Jackets are going to have to take advantage of these turnovers that the Tigers are making.
Ward, pull-up jumper is no good. Rebounded. And we come up with a jump ball, and this time it'll go to Ashford. "19 seconds remaining in the half. "13 takes a shot at it, and she drains it. That was Kara Brooks for 2.
That was a big shot for the Lady Yellow Jackets. It gives them some momentum going into the half.
And Ashford comes up with a rebound, Mitt, and just runs out a bit of a time. And that brings us to the halfway part of this one. And turnovers galore on both sides of the ball here in this second period of play. Brings us to the halftime score. Dothan at one point was ahead by 13. Now they're only ahead by 9. So at the half, it's the Dothan Lady Tigers 26, the Ashford Lady Jackets 17.
Okay. Look at the girls go.
Welcome back to third period action here as we continue with round ball action at Dothan High School. Right now the girls are going at it. It's the Lady Jackets against the Lady Tigers. And we have a foul called on Ashford's number 14, Bethany Hornsby. That'll be her first. So Dothan tosses it in. 26-17 is the score, with the Lady Tigers on top.
Bobby, if you have to talk about the key things of the first half, and you've got to talk about the excessive number of turnovers committed by both teams, but they were a lot more costly by the Ashford team. Dothan managing to score off of Ashford turnovers a lot more than Ashford was able to score off of Dothan's turnovers.
Absolutely, and Dothan was able to work it in. They did pretty good off rebounds under their basket as well as the Ashford basket, so that brings the point total to 28-17. Good shot from number 10, Rogers, for the Lady Jackets, in for two more. 11 points on the game for her. So fast break by the Lady Jackets, trying to catch Dothan asleep, and Christina Rogers went to sleep.
And Bobby, talking about both teams, you know, they've committed a large number of turnovers, but both teams have played very aggressive. They've taken the ball in the paint, and they have been very aggressive at attacking the basket.
Yes, they have. Plays like this one under the basket. 23 puts it in. That's Tequila Martin for another two. That gives her 7 points on the night. Fast break from the Lady Jackets. And a block shot from number 24, Stanley. And Dothan goes back in, and Martin takes it coast to coast for two more.
So Tequila Martin has come out here in the second half and scored 4 quick points for the Lady Tigers.
So it's now 32-19, 6:22, only a minute and like 40 seconds left here are gone in this third period of play.
And Dothan has come out and scored 6 points to Ashford's 2. So Dothan on a 6-2 run. Ashford's just got to settle down, Bobby. They're getting opportunities, but they continue to just commit turnovers, which are very costly.
And that drives a coach crazy.
It does. Because every time you turn the ball over, it denies you a scoring opportunity. And it gives your opponent a scoring opportunity.
So with a 32-19 point total, it's back to a 13-point lead for Dothan.
The Lady Yellow Jackets comes into this game after winning the tournament up in Ozark, Bobby.
Right.
So they're a very solid team.
All right, with 6:09, what happened with that one?
A traveling call.
Traveling call, so another turnover. And we want to thank Ashford's coach for bringing us their schedule up and also their roster.
Good.
And Dothan tries to put it in with number 12, Ward, and it falls away. But it's saved by Ward. It gets from under the basket to the top of the key. And number 23, Martin, comes in for another two.
Great ball movement that time by the Lady Tigers. That's something I've seen this year from them. They are a good passing team. And Ashford goes out and misses a wide open layup. But what I was about to say, they're a very good passing team, a very unselfish team, Bobby.
That's what it's all about, is a team sport, and you got to have all 5 players working with one another. And here's Martin with another two.
That's 6 points for Martin here in the third period.
Almost another steal, but Ashford's able to hold on. Hornsby drives the basket, shoots in and out, and draws a foul.
So the Lady Tigers has come out and scored 10 points here in the second half, and Ashford's only managed to score 1 field goal.
So on the hardwood right now is number 14, Bethany Hornsby, shoe untied. But she does have a lot of brace work on her knees, and she may be kind of readjusting before she gets up. She is 0 for 2 from the line with a 2-point field goal, and makes her 1 for 3. 16-point lead for Dothan. 5:06 remaining in the third. Second shot is up, and it's also good. Dothan on the attack. It's Brittany Rutledge. We apologize for calling her Watkins during the first half, but Coach Fleming, I understood him to say Watkins instead of Rutledge, so we'll get it right. And Brittany, we apologize for that. All right, Dothan works under the basket inside to number 33, puts it up. Cannot do anything about it. And Ashford comes up with the rebound. And a foul is going to be called against Brittany Rutledge. That'll be her first foul. Charmaine Rogers with the ball, takes it in for an easy bucket.
That was a good move that time by Rogers. She caught Dothan 101, and she took advantage of it and scored.
And Dothan answers with Jessica Williams putting in 2 more. Here comes Rogers again on the attack. Jump ball is the call. Lawana Talley coming in as 24, Sherelle Stanley takes a breather. Deshu McGriff being quiet for a while as they are fighting it out under the basket. And goes in and out. Dothan comes up with the rebound. Fast breaking is Charmaine Ward, and she pulls up. 3-point shot from number 10 is no good. Ashford comes up with it, number 23. That's Quita Ward. And Dothan double teams and comes up with a steal. Ward to the basket, hits the floor, rebounded by 22, puts it up and in. That's Lawana Talley. So Ashford fast breaking to the basket. Easy layup for number 14, Hornsby.
Ashford's got a couple of real good easy baskets on fast breaks, Bobby. So Dothan's doing a poor job of getting back on the fast breaks. So I think that's probably what Coach Fleming want to talk to him about.
Well, both coaches are really getting into this and really talking to their players about things that they're not doing exactly correctly tonight. Of course, Dothan is on the better end of that with a 40-25 lead with 3:14 remaining here in this third period of play. At the end of the first, it was Dothan only with a 3-point lead, 12-9, but by half, they had extended their lead to 26-17. And we come in here for about 4 minutes and 45 seconds of the third period. And Ashford's managed to put in 8 points, and Dothan has done 14 points. So they've extended their lead a little bit up to 15 at this point. And there have not been very many fouls in this period.
No, there haven't been, Bobby. We've seen a lot of turnovers, but we've seen Ashford like I said, they've done a good job of getting out on the fast break in this quarter, and they've gotten a couple of easy baskets. Dothan's got to do a better job of getting back on the fast break to prevent them from getting those easy baskets.
So Dothan will be inbounding the ball. Ashford sets up their defensive set with a 2-3 defense. That zone, a 2-1-2 at this point. Inside to 22, Talley, and couldn't put her hands on the ball, and it rolled off her foot out of bounds, so the Jackets get the ball back.
Dothan still in a full-court press.
Well, it's kind of relaxed a little bit, but somewhat of a press. They want them to know it's still there. All right, a foul drawn by Tequila Martin. That'll be her third. So Ashford comes up with the inbound. Looked like they were going to miss it, and Rogers went in fast, but was unable to do anything with it. And Dothan came up with it. Willa Ward is being hemmed up in the corner here, and it goes off the foot of Rutledge. So Ashford gets it back. Ebony Cook back in the game. Ward with the ball, 23. Back to Cook again. Able to maintain it, almost loses. To Rogers. Rogers back to Ward. Over to number 20, Marshall. And then Marshall goes back to Rogers again and loses the handle, throws it away under 2 minutes. Another Ashford turnover.
That time Ashford showed a lot of patience on offense, Bobby, but they were just not able to finish it off.
That quick Tiger defense coming up, they just two players going to the ball every time it moved. And Ashford shows a bit of their double teaming as knock it away under the Dothan basket. Dothan tosses in. 5-second violation that goes against Brittany Rutledge. So Ashford gets it back. Hornsby takes the toss in back to number 20, Marshall. As the Lady Jackets move the ball around. A block shot by Rogers. Dothan gets it on the fast break toward the basket. Darmaine Ward with the ball. Inside to 33. Pull up jumper from number 13 is in for two for Jerica McGriff. That's her fourth point on the night. 42-25, a minute 10 and counting. Great move to the basket by Bethany Hornsby for two. 42-27, under a minute in the third. Rutledge to number 13, dribble, shoots, wide open under the basket is number 33. Jessica Williams for two more.
And Bobby, like I mentioned earlier, the Lady Tigers play such good team ball, and they play so unselfishly.
It's Marshall with the ball. This time to Rogers, who drives the basket, puts it in for two.
That was a good drive down the middle of the lane by Rogers for 2 points.
44-29, about 10 seconds remaining. Knocked away by Ebony Cook with 8.4 seconds left in the third period. But it comes into Ward. Ward looks. Number 13 takes a shot. Jerica McGriff falls wide, which brings us to the third period of play. It's a 44-29 lead, the Tigers over the Jackets. All right, here we are at fourth period action. It's 44-29. Final period for Ashford to put together some sort of run. Dothan cruising comfortably. And Ashford comes up with a turnover.
And that's exactly what they needed, Bobby. They need to convert on the turnovers and try to get some make up some of the points.
All right, we draw a basket. Dothan commits a foul under the basket. That's Rutledge, her second.
This is a very important possession for the Lady Yellow Jackets. If they can get some points out of this possession, Bobby, it could be the spark they need to get back into this game.
So 2 fouls down here on this series as Sherelle Stanley picks up her second foul of the night. And that's 5 team fouls with only 1 against Ashford. Ashford sends it over to Quita Ward, and she almost loses it, but able to come up with a possession. This time it goes to Rogers. And wow, oh mercy. Number 25, Ebony Cook, and 23 for Dothan go at it there, Martin, and the jump ball remains Ashford.
Good hustle that time by the Lady Yellow Jackets.
And this time Cook uses that pivot foot just a little bit too much, and they call a traveling violation. 7 minutes remaining. Dothan on the attack. Brittany Watkins to Charmaine Ward inside. And we have another jump ball.
Well, this time it will belong to Dothan.
And we got Cook again and Lawana Talley.
Neither team looking real sharp here in the fourth, Bobby. They both come out just a little out of sync.
Dothan goes to toss it in. Maintaining possession. Inside to 22 this time. Pivots, jumps, misses. Rebound by 30. And number 23. That's Martin for 2 more.
Good follow-up that time by Ashford, and good putback by, that was number 14.
Hornsby. So Tequila Martin pulls up, passes it over to Rutledge. This time to Ward. To 23 again, and she unselfishly feeds it to number 22, Talley, for another 2, draws the foul.
Bobby, they are doing an excellent job of passing the ball around, and that is the reason that they're leading this game. And that's one of the reasons for their success this season, is they are very unselfish when it comes to the basketball.
So Talley with 4 points unofficially on the night. Tries for the 3-point play and misses. Rogers quickly brings it down the floor, and this time it goes to Quita Ward. Back to Rogers again, to the basket, shoots, misses. Dothan on the rebound. It's Rutledge. Quita Ward comes up with a rebound over Rutledge, fast breaking.
And Bobby, Quita Ward played last year, and the thing I remember about her most, she was always on the floor, and she was always around the ball. She has just a knack for being where the ball is, and she gives 110% all the time.
So in the Cook, 3-point in the corner is an air ball, and it's fielded by Brittany Rutledge. Fast break to Dothan. Touched the line, so turnover. So Bethany Hornsby brings it across midcourt, drives toward the basket, and it's taken away from her. Fast break by Ward to 23. Tally for another assist and 2 points.
Great feed that time, Bobby, on the fast break.
Christina Rogers to the basket, shoots it, puts it up and in.
Good drive to the basket. Ashford's done a great job of getting the ball down on the fast break and scoring the basket.
4.5 minutes left. 50-33 is our point total. As Dothan just wants to slow things down and get a breather. Rutledge looks, hands it off to 13, jumps, shoots, misses. And Cook comes up with the rebound for the Jackets.
Good drive to the basket that time by number 10.
Christina Rogers. And we have a full timeout call by Coach Fleming of the Dothan Lady Tigers.
I think what Coach Fleming's upset about, Bobby, they've allowed them to drive the ball down the lane for the layups, and they're not getting back on defense like they should on the fast breaks. And that time they took it in and they scored 2 more points. So he want to talk to them, hey, look, y'all got to deny them that lane. You got to make them work for them. Don't give them the easy basket. Yeah. And on the other side, I think Ashford coach is telling, hey, that's what we need to do. Y'all are doing exactly what we need to do. Take the ball, drive it down the lane, and get the easy baskets.
Well, both teams have mustered 6 points in this period with 3:51 remaining. It's a 50-35 score. At the end of the third, it was 44-29.
So 3:51 left in the fourth period. The Lady Dothan Tigers leading the Lady Yellow Jackets of Ashford 50-35, and still a lot of time left in this game.
Yeah, and it's, Ashford can still come back if they can get some more teamwork going to get for themselves. So the Tigers are going to try to keep that from happening. Rutledge. This time to Dorothea Downey. To Charmaine Ward. This time it goes to Stanley. To Rutledge. Rutledge to the basket. Shoots. Off the backboard. A little strong. Misses. Fast break from Christina Rogers. Up short. And Stanley comes up with a rebound. Over to Martin. Cross midcourt. Charmaine Ward to the basket. It's no good. Gets her own rebound. Turns around. Looks. And 3-second lane violation's a call. So turnover Tigers. .302. 50-35. Dothan with the full court press still being liberally applied. Goes to Hornsby. Back to Rogers. Quilla Ward. Cook shoots for 2. Misses. And it rolls off of Sherelle Stanley's foot. So Ashford will keep the ball. Kara Brooks back in for Ashford. A whistle. Downey picks up a foul. It's her second. That's the 7th team foul. So it's a 1-and-1. Hornsby up, in and out. It's no good. I guess she was in the process of shooting. So now Hornsby is 2 for 5 with 10 points on the night. Second shot coming. Is up, and it also is no good. Stanley comes up with the rebound. Sherelle Stanley hangs in with it, comes up with the basket. 52-35.
That was a good pass, Bobby. They are always looking for their teammate to be open.
So Sherelle Stanley comes up with another big rebound under the Ashford basket. Ward looks to go inside. Nothing there. Brings it back out to the top. Knocked away by Cook. Ebony Cook's played some pretty good defense.
She really has, Bobby. You've called her name quite a few times tonight.
She's been on the floor a time or two as well. Ward. Oh, and she's going to be charged with traveling. You can't go between two bodies without taking a step, and there was just no room.
Yeah, she was trying real hard, Bobby. You got to give Ward a lot of credit. She's a ninth grader, and she's played an outstanding game. She plays with a lot of poise to be as young as she is. At times, she just got caught up in the middle and couldn't do anything with it.
Ashford able to maintain, even though it wouldn't fall for him. Three-point shot is short. Dothan comes up with it. That's Martin. Pulls it out. Ward reads it. Takes the turnover. Fast break to Rogers to the basket. And a blocking foul is going to be called against number 12, Charmaine Ward. So it's Christina Rogers. She has made 3 attempts at the free throw line, and nothing has fallen for her yet. There's one. Christina Ward with the ball. Good. To Stanley. To 23. Martin 4-2. Great movement of the ball for an easy bucket.
Bobby, this Dothan girls team is a well-coached team.
Another foul called on Ward.
You can tell they're a well-coached team because they just play, you know, I've said it 3 or 4 times before, but they play as a team, and you have to really emphasize that because today so many players want to play the game by themselves, but, you know, this is a team sport and you need to play as a team, and they do a really fine job of playing as a team.
Bonus situation for Christina Rogers, unable to make it, but Ashford comes up to put it in from the corner, 4-2. So at the line will be 23 for Dothan, and timeout's called, 30-second timeout. That we may ought to touch on these fouls against Ashford. It looks as though no particular foul trouble. Ebony Cook has 3, McGriff has 2, and Quita Ward has 1. Christina Rogers with 1. On the other side, for Dothan, Rutledge has 2, Ward with 3, McGriff with 1, Martin with 3, Stanley with 2. So no real big foul problems, except the fact that Ashford is in the bonus.
And they've only committed, Ashford's only committed 3 team fouls this whole second half. So
right.
They've done really well in the foul department. On the other hand, Dothan has committed 18 fouls.
So Ashford can be just a bit more aggressive here with the remaining 40 seconds. But at the line will be number 23. Tequila Martin, 1 for 3. In and out. 1 for 4.
Must have been an intentional foul. You know what they call a technical foul, Bobby?
No, they just playing some defense away from the ball. So she misses both of those. 13 takes a shot off the back and rebounded by Dothan. Number 22, Talley, feeds it to Martin.
I think you'll see Dothan try to spread the floor out and just try to run the clock out.
Dorothea Downey in with it at number 11.
They may not take another shot, but they do. And it's missed, but they get the rebound, set it back up.
Inside to number 20. Myra Williams gets in the scoring for Dothan, puts it in for 2. So that's going to bring us to the final score, which is the Dothan High Lady Tigers 56. The Ashford Lady Jackets 38. Quickly to recap some scoring for you. Christina Rogers, the big gun for Ashford tonight with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 20 points. Second was Kara Brooks with 4. Bethany Hornsby finished the night with 10. And then Deshu McGriff had the night with 4. Over for Dothan, it was Rutledge with 7. Dorothea Downey with no points, but Jerica McGriff put in 4. Myra Williams with 2 there at the buzzer rather. LaWanna Talley, number 22, had 6. Tequila Martin had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 points. Sherelle Stanley with 4. Jessica Williams finishes it with 6 with 12 points on the night. So Dothan wins it, kind of going away with a final score of 56-38. So that's going to wrap it up for our local origination channel game tonight. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year on behalf of our folks at Scenic Productions. I'm Bobby Price from Kirkland saying good night, and we'll see you on the local origination channel.
Okay, good.